whether or not we actually have ballots.
Oh, okay. Do you have, it's a listing here, it's got 69 names on it, ending with Zomers, Carlos Zomers.
Okay.
Is that what you have?
Okay, and we just circle
Okay. This isn't a ballot. Is this just a slate? Oh, okay. Well, I asked, did they have pre-printed ballots here? Okay. Well, yeah, did we have, I wasn't sure how you guys were going to count, if you had bubble sheets that need to be passed out, or are we just going to do it on paper? Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, well, if they have the bubble sheet, that's what I thought too. But apparently, well, okay, who is the head teller? Who? I guess I know what. He's, where is he?
We don't have.
There you are, okay. You're the head teller now. We're having a problem because we were supposed to get bubble sheets for ballots. Do you know where they are and we need to have them passed out?
You will receive the bubble sheets will be set up this morning. There's a hand over there. Do you have materials for them? Yeah, you were working. So you are elected.
Yes. No, the plates actually, they might be different, so that wouldn't be fair, and we can't vote on the slate. If there was a printed ballot, that we already have, and we added these two people to them, then that would be fine. I need to look at the ballot to see if these people were actually.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's the slate, that isn't actually who was put on the ballot. Yes.
So I'd like to get point of information that we are working with, when they read your form, who has the bubble sheets.
Okay. I mean, if we cannot find them, we can do the nominations, we can put them on, we can write them down, we can put them on paper, but it would be easier if we did actually have the sheets, which I don't know, I would have thought by now it would have been provided with bodies. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, I believe they do have a machine to count them. They could be counted by hand as well, even if they are sheets, they can actually count them. I am saying that the sheets, the bubble sheets, they don't have to be counted by a machine, they can be counted. And we have a teller committee that will be doing the counting, and we can have observers from each party just watch that. I mean, from each candidate. Go ahead. No, I believe we need to have a secret written ballot. I don't believe you can do it by, I don't believe it's in the rules to do it by, having a hand count. Actually, I was involved in setting this up. That was So, I wasn't involved in setting up the bubble sheet. So I can't speak to that as far as why this happened.
That's always the first thing to identify.
If the chair wants to speak, well, let's say if the chair wants to speak, then why was it happening?
Well, I'm not going to even waste my time.
The previous temporary chairs were the ones that were in charge of getting the ballots to you, so, this wasn't my fault. Cooperate with me, and so they're deliberately withholding the
Possible to vote again for permanent chairman?
No, it's not possible because it's not, you haven't made a motion, you haven't, you haven't, you're out of order, you haven't actually done it according to the
I
law.
move that we vote again for the permanent chairman.
I believe that's out of order because we've already had an election.
So my question is, say it's impossible to revote.
You can vote, okay, I will say by the rules, you can revoke by a 2/3 vote to remove the chair. You do have that option.
Move that we remove the permanent chairman. On ground of incompetence.
It's been moved and seconded. It has been moved and seconded that we vote to remove me as the permanent chair. And so, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say no. I believe that the noes have it. I will continue as the chair.
So the fellow, I'd like to make a motion after further discussion with Glenn Avery that there's not collaboration with getting the materials, that we do a standing or a hand vote.
Once he was elected, they left with the vote. Wow. So, you're saying the members will be all conservative?
I was informed of it, and also I know that according to the rules, we have to have a printed slate delegate, and I don't believe that would preclude him printing. I think what we have to do now is we're going to have to nominate and write down the names. I believe that's our next step.
I could call it. I'm pretty sure they will.
They're withholding the opportunity for us to vote.
I have no.
It wouldn't be their choice,
You
would
do
it?
have accountability.
I do not have authority.
Glenn,
Okay, I've been told that the 36th Legislative District Caucus official delegate listing for ballot has all the names on it that this is 72-hour rule and we're able to be printed on the ballot. And we can include Mark's name and Nicole Franklin, who were nominated from the floor, and that this would be a complete list of the delegates. I would entertain a motion to accept this as a ballot.
not here anymore.
And
Because when she was elected chairman, they left with the bubble sheet so as to stop the process. That is correct? Is it correct? Yes or no? What is correct?
Count the bubble sheets and the scanners.
yes, go ahead.
State, I'm not sure, state or county. They are delivered by, released by the county when voting begins. Assuming they were going to do something. No.
So they never even arrived.
They've
I
never
would
been
think
in a
that
position.
since we know the number of delegates here, that we would know if we had an overage
We'll confirm.
on the number of ballots.
What you just said.
Call Lori to come.
Yes. If that's necessary, we have paper that we can pass out, we have ballots that we can pass out. Yes.
Okay, Lori, here she comes. Let's see if she can answer.
And they're all marked up already. So how are you going to get clean off of this list if they're already marked up? Let me get it all clean copies. Okay, I just need my teller here for a moment. I want to get a pass out paper. Okay, yeah, because if you marked up your copy, we just need to, if we can find someone that has some note paper, that has line paper, if you ever put this little sheet, then we could go ahead and write these down.
I've got a lot longer.
I'm thinking. Yes.
Can you not stand right there?
No, I think that we should perhaps, you know, you can circle it on this list. I think circling it would probably be a better indicator. Yes.
Not get us the bubble, fill the sheet so we can all vote, and do what we gotta do while we came here. Why is that not an easy thing to understand?
I'll have my teller address them.
There's we moved beyond that, we're not having that information given, we're beyond that, we don't have the information, now we're gonna go plan B.
Okay. Scott has a, if you've marked up your sheet, Scott has a replacement. Yeah. It says, the rule is, Rule 27, in the case of any district election or any at-large county election in which 5 or more delegate positions are to be elected, the county chairman shall cause to be printed a ballot listing each declared candidate for delegate to the state convention in alphabetical order. Said ballot shall be used for the first ballot only for delegates to the state convention. Said ballot shall contain blank spaces equal to the number of delegates allotted for the purpose of writing candidates or those nominated from the floor. This would probably, at this point, qualify. Okay, so it says the county chairman shall cause to be printed a ballot. So I believe those were printed, but we're not being given access to them. Okay, we have as many clean copies as we need. I think that at this point, we should go on and begin our vote. And I realize that we still have, we want the candidates to do their speeches. They have 30 seconds to make speeches, but we'll have each of them come up. I'm sorry about this. I would not have believed that this sort of thing would go on. So we're trying to make do as best we can. Yeah, so these are the people that need ballots. Karen, can I do everything? Yes. Yes. Oh, who is next? Irene. Hector. Okay. Okay, you guys, I have a point of information I'd like to ask for. Yes. It's obvious that we're not given the ballots. The people that were organizing this meeting did not provide the ballots, which is a real shame. But since we have to go on this way, what I'd like to know is there any chance, I think that most of us in this room would like to know is, if we go forward this way, whatever you direct us in, that we will be challenged at the state or the county level. I think as long as we follow the rules that are here, I don't see any way that they would challenge our delegation. I just wanted to be all assured of that we are actually in the rules. And it's really a shame that whoever organized this meeting did not do that. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to follow the rules for election. It doesn't matter that we're doing it on a different ballot. I'm sorry. What reason? Okay. The tellers are going to collect one from each person. So, and we know how many delegates we have here. We'll let the campaigns observe the vote count. So, that's the best we can do. I mean, you could have, ballot fraud with the other ballots as well, so, we Yes.
What is permission? Is Michael walking in the room?
Oh, there he is. I see him. Hi, Michael.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
Madam Chairman, how are you going to ensure that only authorized delegates or alternates that were promoted as voting delegates are the only people voting? The number of ballots doesn't necessarily show that.
Has essentially moved.
The tellers are going to go around and collect them. I would have you put your names on them, but it's supposed to be a secret ballot. So, the other ballots would be secret as well. I'm sorry.
You didn't do your job.
Promoted delegates are going to be the only people voting ballots.
We don't know what?
We do have a number of delegates.
Hole, H-O-L-E. Leona Hole, H-O-L-E.
Okay, what's her, where is she?
She's in Linwood.
Oh, down in Linwood. Okay, well, we've got people, yeah, we need to make sure.
She's an alternate.
Okay,
Yeah.
make sure. We're trying.
Everyone should remain seated. The tellers will
Hi,
look at
I'm
each
Karen.
person individually and make sure that they get from each delegate one ballot. And they will look to see that you're credentialed and that you have a right to turn in a ballot. I mean, at that point, that's what the tellers are doing. It is their job to ensure that nobody's voting twice, that they only get one ballot from each person.
You're accountable, and you are now banned from participating in this district in the future.
You could make a motion to have them speak to the issue.
Can I make a motion that the second person responsible for having the ballot here be up in front to explain whether or not you
There is a motion on the floor to have the person responsible having the ballot here speak to why they're not here. There's a motion for that. The motion's been heard and seconded. All in favor? All opposed? I believe that the legislative district chair should speak to why the ballots aren't available to us.
You're being called for in the front.
Please allow him to speak to it.
The rules call for us to have a pre-printed ballot. Everything else there's nothing else required. And it's at the discretion of the county or whoever's providing the materials. This is fine as a pre-printed ballot. And every seated delegate should have received one. This is under county definitions, pre-printed ballot. I'm sorry, and this is all that I have out. That, that's beyond my purview.
Excuse me for a moment, we have Justice William Sanders here who's going to speak to us for just a moment while we take a brief recess, while we just parlay for just a moment to see if we can come up with the very best way that we can think of to ensure that the balloting is fair. We've had a couple of suggestions, and we just want to consult on that. We're going to make that really brief and try and get this on the road in just a few minutes. So, but we thought that Justice Sanders would be happy to speak to us for just a moment while we get that under control. Thank you.